Pittsburgh Pro is done and Derek came out on top and no one is happy. In fact, when we look at the comments, it is all hate, disappointment, people showing their disdain with the results. So the big question is, did Derek deserve the win over Nick Walker? Well, let's talk about it. All right, guys, welcome to today's episode. Durai of BB Pro here, and I am going to be giving my professional opinion on the contest. Now, before we begin, let's understand that obviously being there in person is very different than the pictures, and the pictures are even very different than the videos, and the videos are different than real life. But we're going to have to play with what we have, and we are going to be comparing the physiques of Nick Walker and Derek Lunsford. Derek Lunsford came out on top. It was so close. The judges even said that it was a tie and they had to rescore everything. And obviously when Derek was announced the winner, there was a lot of booing. The comments are disastrous. You can take a look at some of the comments and people are just spamming that this was complete bullshit, that Nick Walker deserved the win. Let's take a look at the individual showings of the competitors. We're going to start with Nick Walker first. First impression, fucking massive. Look at perfect symmetry. He's conditioned. He's hard. He's full. Front double biceps. Waist is tight. I like what I'm seeing. Side chest. Oof, look at that size, that condition. Very dry, very full. From the back, Nick Walker has arguably one of the best back shots overall in current bodybuilding. Obviously, look at that shot. Derek Lunsford is probably going to be having the best back, but then when we look at the overall, look at Nick Walker's freaking hamstrings. Look how deep these are. Now, this is the one weak point I find in Nick Walker, his rear lat spread. Now, in this video, it looks good, but let's wait until we see the comparisons with Derek Lunsford. Again, from the side, his waist doesn't look too bad when he's flexing it and controlling it in. It's when he relaxes it, it kind of seems or comes out as a flaw. That most muscular is insane. Crazy physique, on point, full, and making a damn good argument and case to win. Now, the crab shot was not his best shot. I don't think he should ever do that crab shot again. Looks very narrow, and the waist kind of looks very thick when he does it. Now, let's take a look at Derek Lunsford's physique. Now, he's starting with the front double. Looks amazing. Moving on to the front lat spread. Again, looks really good. Always looks a little bit soft from the upper body, but any shot where Derek involves his back, it's just absolute madness. Now, when we look at the side, his glutes are there, legs are striated, legs are dry. The side shot looks very, very competitive to Nick Walker. Maybe even given a little bit of an edge to Derek. Now, that waist from the side just looks so small compared to Nick's. Side tricep, again, very nice, tapered waist. When we look at the back, obviously the hamstrings and the glutes, or just the hamstrings at least, are going to be given to Nick Walker. That's an easy one. But then when we look at the back, Derek's back is ridiculous. Derek's back is redonkulous. Redonkulous. Look at that shot. What is that? What is that? And then the lat. Oh my God, that lat spread. Pause right there. Let's pause right there and let us just take in what the F, guys. What is that? This looks like a condition. This doesn't look like back development. This looks like a medical condition that needs to be checked out. Unbelievable. That shot is just miles away from everyone else in all of bodybuilding in today's era. Miles ahead. Now, when we look at the front, Derek's abdominal and thighs have always been a weak spot. I'm not saying his thighs in particular. I'm saying the pose. He found a way to kind of hide his pose with the side shot. Looks pretty good, but yeah, his abs have always been a problem. Let's take a look at the video comparisons, back shots. Nick Walker, Derek Lunsford. Nick has that just much grainier physique, but god damn, Derek's back. My god, the size difference. But again, overall, you look at Nick Walker, the hamstrings, they're so deep. Okay, now the lat spread. This is where Nick Walker loses points compared to Derek Lunsford. Just the back is not as thick and muscular as Derek Lunsford. And everything else is so close, right? It's so close. When we look at the side tricep, again, Nick's legs, but see the waist. Look at Nick Walker's waist is a little bit big. Derek has that very tiny waist from the side. The legs are very close. Yeah, we can make an argument that Nick's legs look a little bit drier, but guys, it's so close. It's so close. Again, abdominal and thigh, both of them, their waist, is not the best. But Derek has found a way to kind of bring out the best in his physique with that side abs. They're doing the most muscular. Nick has a better most muscular. I agree. He's just always like watery a little bit from the upper body. Again, they're gonna compare now again, but it's so close. Nick Walker losing control of his abs at this point is critical because they are going to be nitpicking. Look at Derek Lunsford's waist and sucking in his abdominals. I think that makes a big difference when it's so close because, mind you, we are at this point when they're so close, we are just looking for flaws. Who has a flaw that we can deduct points from because they're both just that good? In that pose, in the front lat spread, I don't think Nick Walker has the advantage. Side chest. Okay, Nick Walker obviously from the lower half, but then upper body, so close. Derek has a little bit more fullness in the upper body, in the delts and the arms from the upper body, only in the side chest. I'm not talking about the other poses. Now, when we look at the back again, yeah, they're very, Derek has the edge on the back shots. The legs are very close. Derek's glutes are striated a little bit more. Nick Walker has that really thin skin. Rear lat spread, Derek wins that easily. Again, you can see they're both equally kind of flawed in certain areas. Derek is a little bit smoother on the upper body. Nick Walker's waist is a little bit worse. And the side tricep again, it shows so much in the side tricep. Maybe this could have been the case for the judges. It's just way too close. And at this point, we're nitpicking, right? We are trying to find the smallest flaw we can find. I think the comments are exaggerated. Mind you, most of these people who are commenting are spectators. They are not professional bodybuilders. I'm not saying I have a better eye than most. Actually, yeah, that is what I'm saying. That is exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying, yeah, I do have a better eye than most of the people commenting. I've been competing for 15 years. I've never placed less than top 3 in my pro career, except in my first show, New York Pro, I placed 4th, and the Olympia. Other than that, I've always placed top 3. So I think I know a thing or two more than the people commenting. And I'm telling you, it's a very close call. Derek Lunsford's side is arguably a little better than Nick's overall. Nick is a little bit drier. Their legs are a little bit heavier, but the upper body of Derek Lunsford just looks kind of a little bit more appealing. Your eyes kind of go to him more. Nick Walker, when he poses, he has some shots. The front double bicep it's debatable, right? Because do you go for Nick's size and graininess in the front double bicep versus Derek Lunsford's kind of really soft arms? There's no definition there, but then Derek has that vacuumed waist, which Nick really doesn't have. And then from the side triceps, it's the same thing. Derek has that very slim waist. From the side chest, Derek has that very slim waist, but Nick has the grainier legs from the side, right? But then from the side, Derek's upper body looks more appealing. And then the back shots. Okay, The upper body, Derek's upper body and the back shots are winning. We're not even debating that. And then from the lower body, okay, Derek's glutes are a little bit sharper, but then Nick's hamstrings are a little bit deeper. Like we're freaking nitpicking here, right? And they were so close. They have to give it to someone. And I don't think people are saying they give it to the golden boy or the poster boy. They said the poster boy. Poster boy of what? Derek lost the Olympia. He's not the poster boy anymore. He's not. I would argue Nick is more popular than Derek Lunsford. If anything, when people say, oh, they give it to the poster boy, Nick is supposed to be the poster boy. He's the one with the comeback story. Now, our people are going to argue, well, he has that beef with Bob Ciccarello. Well, Nick already beat Martin Fritzwater, who placed fourth at the Olympia. And remember, Bob Ciccarello mentioned Nick, he'll be announcing Nick as eighth place. So Bob Ciccarello already lost that fight right there. So we're not even talking about that. It's irrelevant. Would it have made Bob look worse if Nick won? Probably, but do you think it really had an impact on the judging? I doubt. In my personal opinion, maybe like your eyes kind of go to Nick Walker as a better overall package in terms of having less flaws. Like Derek has a little bit more imbalances. I would agree with that. But if I were to make a case for the judges, right? Like, so I'm playing devil's advocate here. If I were to make a case for the judges, I would say Nick's waist between poses, he relaxed it a few times, kind of reminds me of Phil Heath in 2018 versus Sean Roden. Phil was grainier, Phil was bigger everywhere. But that waist getting loose and him having not control over it is what made him lose the Olympia. I think this is a similar case, but kind of a smaller version of it, less grandiose, I guess. So that is my thoughts and that is my opinion, and I would love to know, what do you guys think of this breakdown? Please comment, please subscribe to my channel, and the more subscribers I get, the more videos I'm going to make. It kind of encourages me. For those of you who don't know, I have another Arabic channel that has 1.4 million subs, but I've decided to start all over with the English audience. I kind of feel more myself speaking English. Believe it or not, it is my first language, even though I am Middle Eastern. But yeah, I've been living here, I guess, now the majority of my adult life. So I really want to connect with my English audience. So I would truly appreciate a support. For coaching services, the link is in the description box below the video. Just go check my website out. You don't have to buy anything, but just go check it out for future references. That's all for me, and I will see you on the next episode.